I welcome you to come on this exciting experience once again as we learn about these interesting animals.
My name is Professor Osakwe. You are here in the rabbit unit of Ebonyi State University. But this apartment, this unit essentially is a unit that I created essentially, because if you look at the signpost out there, you'll see it's a foundation. I am sponsoring it. I called it a foundation where I intend to multiply rabbits and look at the early weaning and then the use of artificial colostrums to wean them early. Because the problem with rabbits is that of getting them pregnant and getting the productivity to come, getting to kindle at the appropriate time. So, but we've done some work here. We had some sponsorship up to a point that enabled us to continue with what we're doing. But outside that, I am really sponsoring it. Having somebody who is daily taking care of the place, as you can see, and putting up all that we needed. So the whole idea is to encourage farmers to come into rabbit production. We've done some phone-in program with the Unity FM, where we wanted to get rabbit farmers in the state to know who are in this business. And we had a lot of phone-in programs, and a lot of them came. And then we got them here and tried to encourage them into rabbit production, because there are a number of advantages that you get going into this. In fact, there is one man who was keeping some, before, and lost all he had because, of course, training and all the stuff that are not there. He came here and we gave him one buck and three does. And you can't believe it. After some 4 months or thereabouts, we had to buy back the things he produced because he couldn't dispose them, and he was also changing business again. So I had to pay some 70,000 to collect the thing he paid for 16,000. All right, he paid us 16,000 for the 4 that time, but we paid 70,000 to acquire what he had, because he left that business for other things, and where he was staying was in a family house, and the people there don't want to see him do it there. So I told him, don't worry, come, we'll take it back. And then we settled. So what am I saying? That you can make a living from this. You can, but not at the level at which we operate. It can be taken as a Nebenjob. The Germans say Nebenjob. That's a pastime, additional job that you are doing. And what is it? Rabbits, they multiply very fast. You can see some of them here. You can get 3, 4 kindling. But we even want to step it up to 5 or even 6 kindling in a year. And that is why we did what we call artificial colostrum, using artificial colostrum, because sometimes the doe will kindle and will not want to breastfeed, to suckle them. And so what we eventually will do is that we now produce what we call artificial colostrums, and we use that to sustain them. And we got very good results from that experiment. And we're still doing experiments. I wouldn't pretend to tell you that it's all El Dorado. No. If you are coming into this, you must have the interest, one. You must make up your mind that you have the interest. If you don't have that passion for it, forget about it. Whatever class of animal you want to keep, if you don't have the passion to do that, then you will not. Because the challenges will definitely come, and it's the passion that will keep you before you now get to the break-even point. So, the meat of rabbit is quite delicious. It's white meat, cholesterol-free. It is a meat that a lot of people would like. In fact, I have never tasted rabbit meat until I started keeping one. And so I realized how sweet the meat can be. In fact, these days, you can even dry. So many funny things you can do. We do prepare, smoke it for some people who would so want. So the advantages of keeping rabbit cannot be, we can't just begin to say all of it. But what we do is that the whole business, the whole idea behind what we're doing here is to have a critical point where people, because sometimes you see people need rabbit, they don't know where to go. They don't know where to get what they want. And sometimes also, even with the ones we are doing here, with postgraduate students, they call from Makurdi, they wanted some 50, winners, or some 100. In fact, I got a call, they wanted 100 or 80 for some experiments. I don't have it. Then I think we were having about 24, something like that. And then I had to call Ishiago, call some other places I know. And they are not. They said they needed, so they didn't have. So what am I saying? That the more we are able to get people that will be inside of or be doing this, the better for us. And this is not where I'm going finally anyway. Because if we are able to get a large number of people doing this, then we'll go to the next level of what product we want. It's not for the meat. There's the felt of the rabbit, which is sold at a premium at the international market. In fact, I wanted to attend one workshop in Germany so as to discuss with the engineers and those fabricators of the kind of, because one time we skinned them here, but we did that rudely. We didn't get the kind of quality. So if you have to produce felt for international market, then you must meet certain standards. And that was what I wanted to do, but I didn't get that trip. But the next time I will go, I think next year or thereabouts, I get there, I'll go and look for this. I have the address. I'll go and look for them and begin to talk with them. The whole idea is to get the machineries that I think I will need for that. Because it's only then that you begin to see the benefits of you keeping it, other people keep. Just like we do in the milk in abroad. People produce milk in different units, or even in the spare parts. If you go to Taiwan and all those places, not one company, not one person produce all of this. Individual households are producing this, and then people come and buy up and then bring it and they make up the quantity for export. So also is the production of milk from some of these, from cattle and from whatever animals that you are interested in producing. The more people are in it, then it makes for a business. Somebody will now come, you now bring the other value system that will, other people that will add value to it, people that will come and haulage, pick it and drop here and process. So it becomes a big business that will be able to keep certain persons in the job they are doing. So that is one aspect of why we are doing this. We want to get more people into this and be able to take it as a profession and as a business also. And we teach and train people who are having the passion and interest, because the problem is a lot of people jump into these things without any knowledge, without any exposure. Some people came here and said they wanted to keep animals. I said, okay, fine, come. You will do some IT, you stay here. No, just tell me the theory, what is involved. The theory will not help you, because when we tell you if you are brooding birds, you keep the temperature at maybe 95, 97 and things like that, then you just be firing the thing there. You don't know that there are other things, the way the animal, the birds look, their comfort, their disposition will tell you what's happening. So unless you work with somebody who is working in that place, you will never ever know the nitty-gritty and the trick of the business. Every business has something that keeps it going. If you don't have it, you wouldn't be too long in that business, and then you call it off.